Hello, you're kicking off the Wednesday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin. You're with me, Linchi, and here come the headlines. Vietnam, new COMMUNE-LEVEL political system set to come into operation by June the 30th. Ever-burning spirit of military youth. Vietnam-Cuba rice production cooperation project generates positive results. On the morning of June the 15th, the National Training Conference on the Organization and Operations of Party Organization, Local Administrations, Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee, and political mass organizations at the commune level successfully concluded. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended and delivered the closing remarks. In his address, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized that the organization and operation of these local bodies must really adhere to the party's policies and the state laws while remaining open to public feedback. He stressed that any arising difficulties must be promptly addressed. He added that the grassroots political system, including party organizations, administrations, the Fatherland Front committees, and social-political organizations at the commune level, must be fully and rigorously operational nationwide by June the 30th. The Prime Minister emphasized the urgency and boldness required in restructuring the two-tier local political and administrative system. That is vital to safeguarding national independence, sovereignty, ensuring political stability, fostering socio-economic development, and improving the quality of life for the people. On June the 15th, General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, presided over the ceremony reviewing the 5-year organization of the Military Youth Innovation Awards 2020-2025 period and presenting the 25th Annual Awards. The event was attended by Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department, and General Ministers, leaders of the General Staff, the General Political Department, and representatives from militaries and central agencies and the city of Hanoi. In his address, General Phan Văn Giang highlighted the significance of the award as the bright spot in military scientific research activities. It reflects the creativity, passion, and ambition of young military personnel to conquer new scientific heights. Notably, over 95% of award-winning projects have been successfully applied in practice, affirming the award's growing impact across the armed forces. He urged units to create favorable conditions for young people to engage in scientific research and develop research results into practice. The comrades who receive awards and honors today need to further promote the results achieved, increase the application of research products into practice, keep innovating, and create practical breakthrough solutions to serve our defense, security, and socio-economic missions. Let the fire of youth burn strong and never stop burning throughout your service and your life. The 25th Military Youth Innovation Awards received 6,820 awards by 2,188 authors. At the event, 12 first prizes, 71 second prizes, and 154 third prizes were presented. Over the years, the youth innovation movement and the awards have been seriously and effectively implemented throughout the military. From 2020 to 2025 alone, there have been 3,476 research projects at various levels. Many of these offer cutting-edge technological solutions, explore AI and digital transformation, master core technologies, and propose new models for ideological education and moral training, making important contributions to the political and defense missions. After 8 years of implementing the project, strengthening research capacity to develop techniques for transplanting human tissues and organs, Military Center Hospital 108 has become one of the largest organ transplantation centers in the country so far. In particular, the hospital had just marked a milestone with successfully performing the 500th kidney transplant, contributing to extending the patient's life in critical condition. On December 24, 2016, Military Center Hospital 108 performed the first kidney transplant from a living donor. On December 12, 2017, the first kidney transplant from a brain-dead donor was performed. On February 9, 2024, the first kidney pancreas transplant was carried out at the hospital. So far, the hospital has performed about 140 kidney transplants per year. To prepare for the first kidney transplant in 2016, we have studied other transplant specialists abroad for many years. We had actively acquired knowledge and were always ready for performing organ transplants one day. The 5 Earth kidney transplant was the male patient who received a kidney from his mother. I strongly believe in expertise of doctors and medical staff at the hospital. I would like to thank the doctors and medical staff for supporting me during the treatment. For the kidney transplant to solve the problem of organ shortage, in the coming time, we will be developing kidney transplant techniques without the same blood ties. In particular, it is necessary to promote kidney transplant activities from brain-dead donors. Along with that, we will invest in modern machines and equipment. To date, Military Center Hospital 108 has transplanted 8 out of 11 types of organs with over 700 transplants. The transplants were performed with a success rate and post-transplant survival time equivalent to that of advanced countries in the world. Coming up next, many activities mark 100th anniversary of Vietnam's Revolutionary Press Day. Vietnam-Cuba rice production cooperation project generates positive results. On the occasion of the 100th anniversary of Vietnam Revolutionary Press Day, a wide range of activities took place in many provinces and cities across the country on June the 14th and the 15th. From June the 14th to the 15th in Ho Chi Minh City, the Vietnam Journalists Association and the Ho Chi Minh City Journalists Association chapter jointly organized a walking and running race themed "The Proud of the City I Love." The event drew many athletes, including more than 1,000 journalists, reporters, and editors working at press agencies in the city. On this occasion, businesses and organizations donated over $28,000 to the Ho Chi Minh City Association of Agent Orange Victims. In Hanoi's exhibition, The Art of Vietnamese Book, Newspaper and Magazines Cover Design 2025 takes place until June the 22nd. The event aims to introduce thousands of books, newspapers and magazines with outstanding cover designs, clearly depicting the strong transformation of the Vietnamese book, newspaper and magazine cover design industry in the journey of national building and protection. On this occasion, Vĩnh Long Province also organized an exhibition displaying and introducing 150 press products, along with machinery and equipment, magazines and newspapers of the industry over the past 50 years. Some provinces and cities such as Quảng Trị, Quảng Bình, Quảng Nam have organized ceremonies honoring collectives and individuals with outstanding achievements in local press activities. SIS International General Hospital has inaugurated the first U.S. standard pre-clinical research center, also known as Animal Lab, in Vietnam, also the first of its kind in Southeast Asia, marking a major step in neurovascular intervention training and applied medical research. With an investment of some $1 billion, the center was developed in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Departments of Science, Technology and Training of Vietnam. It features modern facilities and a team of experienced experts aiming to improve clinical skills and reduce procedural risks, especially vital as stroke cases increase among younger populations. For the first time in Vietnam, animal model trials will be conducted for advanced medical devices like stents and coils. These are developed by Vietnamese doctors and engineers in partnership with U.S. specialists through joint research and technology transfer. During the last 2 days of June the 14th and the 15th, Ho Chi Minh City hosted the Ting Ting Day 2025, a vibrant festival promoting cashless living. More than just a creative playground for young people, the event offered an immersive experience in a fully cashless ecosystem, from shopping and entertainment to personal finance education. With the slogan, "One Tap, No Cash Life," the festival recreated a true cashless society where payments were made by QR codes, e-wallets, and contactless cards. The event affirmed that Vietnam's Cashless Day is not merely a media campaign, but an ongoing collaborative effort among regulators, businesses, and the public to build modern consumer habits. Cashless payment is becoming a key driver of Vietnam's digital economy. It enhances banking and financial operations, fosters transparency in economic management, and accelerates the growth of e-commerce, public services, and national competitiveness. On June the 15th, the 8th Vietnamese language proficiency test was organized in Tokyo, Japan. Notably, this is the first time the test has included Level 1 content, the highest level in a language proficiency test. The Vietnamese language proficiency test is divided into 6 levels, in which Level 6 is the introductory level of Vietnamese language, followed by those gradually increasing from Level 6 to Level 1. A total of 917 candidates of various ages from many localities across Japan participated in the test. The number of contestants at the 8th Vietnamese language proficiency test has increased compared to last year, exceeding 900. The event attracts contestants from 40 out of 46 localities across Japan. This year's test has received active response from a large number of contestants from many localities across Japan. Many of them share that they had Vietnamese relatives and friends who had been to Vietnam and loved Vietnam and its people, especially Vietnamese cuisine. That's the reason why they learned Vietnamese language. I worked at Itoshima City Hall. I started studying Vietnamese language because I wanted to learn a new foreign language. In the town where I live, there are many Vietnamese technical interns who are learning Japanese, so I hope to use my Vietnamese ability to support them. I work in fields of exporting automobile parts to foreign countries, including Vietnam. I used to work in Vietnam and lived there for 24 years. I really like Vietnamese culture, so I try to further learn Vietnamese to communicate more. The event is organized annually with an aim to standardize and promote Vietnamese language in Japan. The hailstorm that swept through the Calumet rice fields in Cuba caused devastation on the fields that were about to be harvested. However, overcoming the difficulties to help farmers enjoy a bumper harvest is the goal set by Vietnamese and Cuban experts participating in the cooperation project to develop rice production here. In the fields that have just been affected by natural disasters, the rice is showing off their beauty. That is the result of the Vietnam-Cuba cooperation project for rice production development in Calumet district, Matanzas province. The project has achieved outstanding results. At demonstration model number 4, where the most advanced techniques were applied, the rice yield in 2024 reached over 11 tons per hectare each year. At a mass production scale, the rice has been planted with a yield of 5.31 tons per hectare, 3 times higher than the average yield of the Cuban rice industry. The total rice output in the 2024-2025 winter crop reaches over 13,000 tons. We learn from Vietnamese experts not only farming techniques but also the spirit of resilience and creativity to surmount all challenges. Even when hurl destroyed part of the field, they still believed in a bumper crop. Thanks to the successful application of Vietnamese rice cultivation techniques, Cuba's rice imports have been halted. Notably, in 2024, Cuba recorded its lowest rice imports ever, only 210,000 tons, thanks to a sharp increase in domestic rice output from cooperation models with Vietnam. Thanks to the technology transfer from Vietnamese experts, we have built a sustainable rice production system that is capable of adapting to climate change. Notably, 25 Vietnamese rice varieties have been tested in Cuba, of which 4 promising varieties are completing registration procedures with a special name, VBAR, to honor the Vietnam-Cuba cooperation achievements. The Vietnam-Cuba Rice Project has gone beyond the meaning of an agricultural program. It is a story about human will and a friendship that transcends all geographical distances. It's the end of the latest news bulletin today. You can watch our news again at QPVN.vn. Goodbye. See you next time.